Hey guys, it's Carrie and I'm back with another Adventures in Baking video, and I'm going to be baking this chocolate loaf. Oh, there it is right there for you guys today, and it is from the book Tanya Bakes. I'm going to try some more recipes out of this book, so I thought I would do the chocolate loaf right there. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I've got my ingredients all spread out for this chocolate loaf, so I'm going to go through and tell you what they are. I've got 250 grams of unsalted butter, so that was basically 2 sticks of butter, and then roughly maybe 2 tablespoons, give or take a little bit, of butter. Then I have got 100 grams of white chocolate and 100 grams of milk chocolate in this one. I am using chocolate chips instead of the candy bars. I believe Tanya used candy bars, but I'm going with the chocolate chips. So I put both of those in there, so 100 grams of each, and I just weighed them out. Then she also says use 100 grams of caramel filled chocolate, and I used the Cadbury's Dairy Milk, the Caramello. It was all but 2 of those squares is 100 grams. Then I've got next is 200 grams of castor sugar. This is granulated sugar. We all know, if you've been watching, that I can't find any castor sugar. So 200 grams of granulated sugar. 4 eggs. So I've got my eggs out here. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and then she's got 150 grams of self-rising flour. I decided to go with all-purpose today instead of the self-rising. I usually have better luck with all-purpose flour, so that is what I'm going with. And then I've got these Ghirardelli white melting wafers to decorate it, because there is what hers looks like. So I thought I would go ahead and do that for this today, is use these. So that is everything I will be needing to make this chocolate loaf. Oh, one more thing. I did go out and buy this pan, and it was like $5 and change at Walmart. This was 9 inches by 5 inches. The book, or the recipe, says use a 22 centimeter loaf tin. They don't, from what I can tell, you cannot get a 22 centimeter loaf tin, at least where I went to look for them. It's either basically 8 inches or 9 inches. So 22 centimeters is roughly what 8.66 inches or something like that. But regardless, I'm going to go with the 9-inch one today. So that is what I'm going to do, and let's get started on this cake. I'm very excited for it. I love chocolate. I also forgot to mention that you want to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and add the butter to this bowl. And then I'm going to add the sugar. And I'm going to mix this together first. Then once that is mixed, I'm going to add the eggs. Next, I'm going to add these 4 eggs. And mix those up. The recipe now says to fold in the baking powder and flour and cocoa into this mixture. So I went ahead and put the baking powder into the flour. I'm just going to go add all that in, and then add in the cocoa. I'm going to use a little spatula right here to stir it. I may go back to the hand mixer though. I think that would definitely be easier. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the hand mixer. It's easier. I'm gonna scrape down the sides. Next, I'm going to add the chocolate chips into it. I've got the milk chocolate ones right here and the white chocolate ones. And then I've got the caramel. I'm going to go ahead and mix these in a little bit and then add the caramel, chocolate caramels into it. And if you want to go with the candy bar, I think that's fine. I just thought I would use the chocolate chips. And the reason why I went for those instead was because they're cheaper. No other reason. I bet this would make good cookie batter too. I have high hopes for this. I just poured some of them in. I'm gonna mix these up and then pour the rest. I want them to be well dispersed in the batter. And these things are sticky. Ooh, the caramel's already coming out of some of them. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and pour it into this loaf tin. I have went ahead and greased that. I put butter in it. And then it says bake at 350 degrees for 40 to 50 minutes until it's kind of like springy, I think is what the recipe said. And then just insert like a skewer, toothpick, whatever you got, a fork, a knife, it doesn't really matter. And it needs to come out clean. I'm glad I bought the 9-inch tin. This is a lot of batter. Instead of, I was debating between the 9-inch one and the 8-inch one. Get all of that batter out of there is what I'm doing right now. I'm just spreading it out. Trying to get it out is trying to get it as even as possible. That looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven and bake it for 40 to 50 minutes. I'll let you know how much time it actually took me. I just got the chocolate loaf out of the oven and it looks really good. I left it in for 48 minutes. I pulled it out at 30 minutes, inserted a knife right in the center. That wasn't done, but all around these sides were done. So I knew it couldn't stay much longer, and it will continue to cook in this pan because that pan is still hot. So I think there's still some parts right there in the middle that may not be completely done, but I think that's fine. And I'm going to go ahead and let this cool, then I'll take it out and show you what it looks like. The chocolate loaf has cooled off now, and I've melted some of these, you probably can't see it too well, but some of that white chocolate wafers in the microwave. So I'm going to try using this whisk and just do this. And I've got paper towels. Right now it's on a cooling rack. You can probably see a little bit of it right here. I've got paper towels underneath that just to kind of keep it from getting chocolate all over the counter. I think I'm going to have to get a spoon out. This whisk doesn't seem to work as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to use a spoon. It did sink a little bit in the middle. You can probably tell right in there. We'll just fill it in with chocolate. And there you go. I think this one looks actually very pretty, even though we had a little sinking in the center. I think overall we're still looking pretty good. I feel like this may be the winner of all of the recipes I've tried from Tanya Bakes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye, everybody.